Oh, the excitement's starting to build here. This is going to be pretty special. The final race, the final round of the final day of our New Zealand Motocross Championship is this MX1, 20 minutes plus a lap on the line and gone. And you can see that red plate, Maximus Purvis, he's put the number one on the bike, but it's going to be the M of Michael Kratzer who's got a great start. Maximus up the inside of him. Cody Cooper's got a fabulous start as well. As there's Chaos on the first corner as Hamish Harwood's one of those ones caught up. Tyler Steiner's another one who's in that first corner pile-up. And drama for our 2021 New Zealand MX1 champion. He's looking to try and solidify that 2NZ. And now he's got a lot of work to do as he's buried back in the pack and fit of drama, to say the least, for Hamish Harwood. He's got to do it the hard way as Maximus Purvis with that brand new crown. Number one on the bike. Fabulous from the Firm Window Systems JCA Yamaha pilot. He's flying. But Michael Kratzer, visiting Austrian rider, he had a fabulous showing in race number one here. Found himself on the podium. We've got Coops here. He knows the score. He's got to try and get as many points as he can to try and either solidify three or go for number two. He's in third place there. We've got BG Brad Groomage, who's got a three-race streak of podium appearances. He's there in around about fourth or fifth place there at the moment as they all scream over the Rapids S's. We've got plenty to play for here. Maximus, he's recently crowned MX1 champion. He's got the number one on the front of the bike, so you can see that flying. But in behind him, it's plenty of excitement, plenty to play for, as we're just going to get an update of the points to find out what's the score, because everywhere from second and third is not done for. Fourth, fifth and sixth is still up for grabs. We're not going to speculate too much, but the points are well and truly all on for our rest of our competitors. As a real show at the office. Maximus Purvis, he was crowned this title with a race to spare, and now with the number one on the front of the bike, he looks absolutely fabulous, and what a show for the fans we're going to see here. Max is in charge. Michael Kratzer, he got a third in race number one. Can he go one better and go second potentially? He's flying there at the moment. We've got Coops there. Fabulous showing for him. And that's third place, so he's looking for a bit of extra race pace. Madison Ladder's the one in fourth place. Go, Matty Ladder, that's brilliant. From the South Otago, he's there in fourth place. There's BG in fifth, Brad Groomage is in fifth, Jared Guthrie running a top six at the moment. We've got plenty on the cards here as it's all flying nicely as MX1 get through their opening lap of a massive 20 minutes plus a lap moto. And this is going to be good. And the update to Hamish Harwood, he is in 15th place with a lot of work to do. So 15th place, and we've got it all here. So the unassailable lead, Maximus Purvis, he has locked away that crown. We've got in second place Hamish Harwood, but just by 9 points. So with Coops in third, him in 15th, that would change. So Hamish has got work to do, but also Coops, he wants to try and get ahead of Michael Kratzer. If he gets into second place, that's even more points. So that 9-point swing, that's going to be exciting. But Michael there in fourth place, he's doing everything he needs to do. He's at 11 back to Brad Groombridge, who's now ahead of Kane Lamont. And then go back to Hayden Smith, 10 points adrift in that CML Gas. So any one of those top 7 positions could definitely be tipped upside down with one moto to go. 25 points up for grabs, and Maximus Purvis, great to have that number one on the bike. He's thoroughly deserved that. And what a superstar he's been this campaign. So he whoops it in style over Yamaloop centre point. He's well in command of this one. Michael Kratzer still there in a fabulous second place. Our Austrian visitor who saved his best performance to this final round, where he got a trip to the podium here this morning. He's in line to go one better. He's in second place at the moment, but in behind him, a former 9-time Open Motocross champion, now a 10-time champ. With Cody Cooper, recently crowned MX2 champion. He'll be there fighting hard because he knows the score. 9 points down in third place. If he can grab 9 points more than Hamish Harwood, he will go to 2NZ in a very exciting and important landscape of MX1 racing. And then look out for BG Brad Groomage. He doesn't want to be outshined as well. He's had 3 consecutive trips to the podium and would love to make it 4 in a row as he's flying on the Kia Trailers White Line Kawasaki with Groomage Refrigeration, and he goes alongside Mr. Cody Cooper. And he's now up into third place, giving chase. Madison Ladder, what a show this is for him and Jared Guthrie, 2 of the mainlanders inside 5th and 6th place. And then you got Hayden Smith in behind them with Toby Winiata just locking in the outside of the top 10. And the update for Hamish Harwood, he's in about 12th place as they tick off lap number 2. Maximus Purvis, a 2:12.7. So this man here, who's already crowned MX1 champion, he is putting on a clinic. 2:12.7. on this rough and rugged Digger McEwen Motocross Park. What a superstar. and have a look at this immaculate top three. As we've got a Kawasaki 3, 4, 5 and 6, so that's brilliant to see that, with Jared Guthrie joining that party as well.
Oh, well done indeed, and of course we've been reflecting on the past with Kawasaki victories. They were so dominant for a number of years, but there's been a bit of a drought for them, and I heartily congratulate them to Michael and the entire team behind the scenes working. You're absolutely awesome, and a hearty congratulations for what you've achieved here. This is monumental, and the cool thing is, I think it was really summed up by Cody brilliantly before, that he's actually now got a bike that he enjoys riding. He thought it was just so rideable. He could not believe it. Once upon a time, a 250 was sort of the lesser cousin of a 450 motorbike, but now in fact it's just the same but smaller and lighter. So it's an incredible, I suppose you'd say, significant part of the improvement in our machinery, and Kawasaki want to live up to it. And having Kev out of course, the team specialist flying W suspension, he has made the world of difference, and Cody said he has never ridden such a quality machine, so it's pretty darn cool. 4 Kawasaki's in a row. They've been claimed with some glory, but they're 4 out of the top 6 out there. That is awesome, as we look out for the Yamaha in front and the Honda in second, and then those 4 Kawasaki's in a row. Man, oh man, every race has been so different, hasn't it, in all ways, and you can see by the jostling going on for these 4, 5, 6 and 7th placings, we are down to the wire on this one, ladies and gentlemen, and loving every bit of it. All right, so Maximus Purvis, Hamish Harwood, Cody Cooper, Michael Kratzer, Brad McCain, Hayden, Tyler go to Madison, the first South Islander. That's it. Oh, of course, Hamish Harwood, born in the South Island, just not living there at the moment, but he's proud actually to be called a South Islander, and so he should be, along with Sam Cuthbertson, fellow mainlander. He's there, and I tell you what, looking out for Ethan Waters. Ethan Waters is only 1 point behind Sam to see whether he can get into the top 10. He may unseat Sam. Sam Cuthbertson has been a top 10 in New Zealand Moto for a number of years. Can the former South Islander, now resident in the north out of the team Odo Honda, can he get there? Wow, we're about to find out who's got the better result on the scorecard. We're about to find out, so keen to look out for Sam and Ethan. That's where that little battle is. But you know, 11th place, you won't even get into the picture, so keen to look out where the 11th has gone. I don't even see him in the lineup. Don't even see him in that lineup. So, and Ethan is there. So Ethan looks set to be. So, well, is he in there? We're unsure. We'll let the computer do the definite job on that. Wow, so many stories and excitement in this final battle to go for it. Well done to Jaden McLean. There he is out there on the 151. I'll tell you what, speaking about 151, that's Courtney's number, and an incredible result overnight as we slept for her to be number 3 after the first round of the World Championship. A type of circuit, sand track that she doesn't perform as well at. 2 sand specialists that actually had 1 and 2 in that event, and that to me is a very good result for her, because once we hit the hard pack, you watch her, she'll start to fly. So I think a very positive position for Courtney overnight, and she too of course on that legendary number 151, the same as Jaden McAlone is out there in this MX1 lineup today. So pretty special with our MX1 lineup. Bring it home, Maximus has already won the title, but could we see Cody Cooper unseed Hamish Harwood to take number 2 NZ, Brad? What do you reckon?
Oh, I'm not sure, because you look at it out on track, and Hamish Harwood's got himself into about 5th place. We've got Coops in 4th place, so with 4th and 5th there, that just shows you how hard Hamish Harwood's charging, and with a massive 12 minutes plus a lap still remaining in this race, I wouldn't rule out Hamish Harwood to try and get some podium glory, because Maximus is gone. He's out in front. We've got Michael Kratzer and Brad Groombridge. Awesome to see them pull right up and go nice and slow around our thoughts with the injured rider down at trackside there, so hopefully everything A-OK, but well done, and great respect shown by our top MX1 competitors to slow right down and give that fallen rider the respect at trackside there. With 11.5 minutes remaining, Maximus Purvis 11 seconds. What a show, and what a brilliant performance. He's got the number 1 on the bike. He won that here with a race to spare, and a very deserved MX1 champion. And we go to this battle for the podium. This is electric. Michael Kratzer, Brad Groombridge, they had a good battle in race number 1. This one here is no different, and so Michael, now visiting Austrian, absolutely loves to be here in New Zealand. He flies home this week, so we wish him all the best in his endeavours, but can we see him go one better than his 3rd here this morning? Can he go for a 2nd in an MX1 race in New Zealand? That will be spectacular. And can we see BG try and spoil that party, and he will look to put his Kia Trailers White Line Kawasaki into that position number 2, and that will be a 5-race streak of BG on the podium. So absolutely brilliant on his beloved home track here at Digger McEwen. He's right now in line to grab that 2nd place. Michael Kratzer there for 3rd. There's Coops in 4th, but in behind him Hamish Harwood, the 2021 New Zealand MX1 champion. Unfortunately, not to repeat the championship here, but he has won the MX125 class, so he's had a wonderful year at the office, and he'll be trying to leave it all on the track here. Certainly his ups and downs for sure, so a roller coaster ride and still a quality performance on the cards here for Hamish in 5th.
All right, well, Toby Winarda, we were talking about him yesterday, cracking top 10. Today, cracking top 10, but unfortunately those first 2 rounds, so let's go all the way back to the first race of each round when you're only scoring 2 points. So that's a 19th and a 19th at Balclutha and at Rotorua. But man, since then you've got 9 points, you've got 12 points, you've got 10 points, so some cracking good moto from these guys. So wow, let's see what he can do. Can he get there? Jared Guthrie just close to his point, so too fellow Manawatu rider and Bradley Watling, and he's going to hold out, in fact, a strong challenge from the likes of Hayden Wilkinson, and unfortunately no JD, Jesse Donnelly, with us here today. Jesse was all lined up to be here, but unfortunately a bit of a setback for him, sees himself outside those top placings. But hey, I tell you what, when the kid can put together still a top 20 result and yet not even be at the round, it is fantastic. Bring it on, JD, for City Honda and the CRF 450. But it's all on for this final assault. You almost want to get the title and split it up amongst these guys here, as when you are left in the last race going for gold, going for glory, you're the ones that deserve to be the champions. The others have fallen by the wayside under the pressure, under the pump, under the limelight, but these are your champions. Like this man, BG Brad Groombridge. What an incredible story as we chase along Michael Kratzer. So that change, Brad, with Brad over Michael finally happening as we look back here now to Cody to go through. There's Hamish right behind him, so no, they're unlikely to be that change. Very unlikely, because of course they've got those points lined up between them. Sorry, looking at that one, that'll be the better one to look at, thank you. Those points lined up, so we'll get a better idea at 9 points ain't happening between two next to each other results, so you're not going to see that going on. So here we are in the bike fight going on. By the way, Bradley Watling and Nick Darcy and Jared Guthrie are all tied on 71 points. How's that after all that racing? We come down to a tie. 12th, 13th, 14th, and then 15th is only 3 points back. So who's going to be the best of those guys, all right? So we're looking out to Jared, Bradley, and Nick. That's right, sorry. Nick, Jared, Bradley, Toby. 3 points separate 4 riders. That's a better way to word it. So who's the best of those as we fight for the glory out there at the moment? That's darn cool to see.
All right, 7.5 minutes remaining at our entire New Zealand motocross campaign. Thank you so much to Aon, Fox and Pirelli. Our series sponsors have been absolutely brilliant to work with, and they just turned this place into a truly world-class spectacle. You see the signage and all the corporate stuff they do behind the scenes, so we thank them immensely, because this, you talk to motocross legends in the paddock, and even they say this is an unbelievable spot for the sport to be in, catching up with some of the guys from yesteryear, and they're just in awe of the guys out there doing it. So well done to these campaigners out here, well done to all the officials and all the clubs that have been put together. Our hearts obviously with the Hawke's Bay Motorcycle Club in line to host round number 3 until a cyclone come along and decimated their track. So hopefully we can see them bounce back and be bigger and stronger moving forward. There is a donation box in the club room, so if you can spare a few bucks for the Hawke's Bay Motorcycle Club, it'll go a long way. They lost a lot of infrastructure and machinery, and our hearts go out to them. They'll be certainly back with a vengeance for sure. 6.5 minutes remain. Maximus Purvis ticks off lap number 6. BG Brad Groombridge now in a comfortable second place. Michael Kratzer is there in third, but the change has been made for 4th place. It is now with the CML KTM machine. Hamish Harwood, he's in 4th place. If he can hang on to that, he'll lock away 2 NZ in this class. And if you can't beat Maximus, 2nd place is still pretty darn good to go with his MX125 title as well. So as far as outright performance, it's been at times where Hamish Harwood's looked untouchable, but a bit of bad luck and a few offs here in this campaign. And he'll find himself looking at 2 NZ for this season with Coops, the legend. He's going to go 3 in this class and also go and lock away his MX2 championship in the cupboard. So those top 3 guys, man, what a treat they've put on. And to have a title between them each, I think that's justice for the show they've put on for us. So well done to them, and look out for all the other stories throughout the points.
Right, so those 4 riders I've been talking about super close together. In fact, it is Jared Guthrie, the better placed of all of them. He's got a chance to move 2. He's going to go from 13th to 11th, I believe. We'll let the official results be a bit better than our jaded brain cells, but you get the idea. When you're super close on points, we're looking for the best of them. I think it's going to be Jared. What a cool result for that man. The man with 0 on his bike, the Nelsonian on the Philco Farm and Sport Team Green Power Parts Depot supported KXF 250. The civil contractor from Nelson in great form for the final showdown. Probably something he would not have expected. We saw him in his glory at the recent famous 40th anniversary Gold Nugget Motocross on the west coast of South Island. Since then he's been back, he's been training hard, he's been putting the effort in, and he's been fighting it all the way. So keen to watch as we get to the business end of it. As somebody then, Brad, limps home at 4 minutes and 44 seconds left of race time. This man is incredible. Maximus Purvis, what a champion rider, but the placings behind him are awesome. Our own Brad Groombridge and our Austrian visitor and super Mr. Nice Guy, Mr. Michael Kratzer.
Yeah, Michael can't afford to relax because Hamish Harwood's slowly reeling him in. So if we have a look at lap times, Hamish was a lot quicker that last lap around. There's still 4 minutes plus a lap remaining. Can we see Hamish Harwood finish with a flurry here? He'd love to get himself one more final podium performance. So look out, Michael Kratzer. He cannot afford to relax because Hamish Harwood, he's coming in 4th place. We've got Cody Cooper there, solid in 5th place. Shout out to Madison Ladder. That is a fabulous top 6 performance from Maddie there. And he's showing us how good he is with update of Tyler Steiner there in 7th place. That's Tyler steering down the barrel of 6 NZ potentially with the non-start of Kane Lamont. So well done to Tyler Steiner, former 5 NZ, now still inside the top 6. We've got Hayden Smith in 8th place with Jared Guthrie there in 9th. I go back to Toby Winiata rounding out our top 10, and then look at Ethan Waters is there to round out about 11th place. So just the sheer calibre of the riders in MX1 this year has been phenomenal. We've still got 18 strong field here in the final race on the final day. At the final round of our Aon Pirelli and Fox New Zealand Motocross Championships, it has been spectacular. And look at that, for Maximus Purvis to have won with the race in hand, to come out here and put on a show, leading by 13 seconds with 3 minutes to go. What an absolutely brilliant performance.
But people need to understand, Brad, that many of these people not at Balclutha go back to that result because Maximus 3rd, 2nd, then 1st, whereas Hamish, he was 1st, 2nd. So already at that first round, he was 5 points up on Maximus. He looked to be heading for championship glory. And then we went to our first race at Rotorua, where we had Maximus on 22, Hamish on 20, so starting to change. Then at 25, 22, so it changed again. And then the big one, the 25-15, where we had another 10 points. So at Rotorua, it was every race in favour of Maximus. So the tide was turned from that point, and since then, the efforts from our man Hamish on the number 1 plated bike have been on the way down, but the current number 1 plate out there, the new number 1 plate out there, looking pretty awesome, isn't it? On the Altherm JCR Yamaha.
Yeah, it's a full credit to Maximus. He's a young man, but the maturity he's shown at the back end of this championship, because Hamish and Cody, his championship rivals, they are both former champions, and they knew exactly what it takes to win this campaign. After 2 races, like you touched on, Hamish Harwood looked absolutely untouchable, but for Maximus Purvis to just never say die, give it everything he's got, and start the fight back. And then with that championship lead, it's so hard to come to this final 2 rounds with a 10-point lead, and he's performed big time. So look out for that as we've got that 1, 2, 3. Look out for Hamish Harwood, he's still coming, and now it's down to 2.5 seconds between 3rd and 4th place. There's a minute and a half left on the clock. That should potentially expire before Maximus comes around again, so only a couple of laps to go. And Hamish Harwood, like we touched on, he'd love to finish on an absolute high, and if he can get himself from where he was down, buried under the bike in the first hole shot corner, to him to come and grab himself an MX1 podium, that will be the icing on a pretty good year at the cake for Hamish Harwood. So that's the update here. We've got a minute and 15 seconds remaining on the clock. When that expires, the white flag will come out for Maximus Purvis, who is just putting on an absolute clinic for us here at the moment, and a deserved recently crowned MX1 champion.
All right, Mark Haynes Builders, Times building our quality MX commentary tower. Our shout out to Hamesy and all the great work and support you've done for this club. Thank you very much. And many of our other quality sponsors on board, like Penny Homes, building homes to be admired right here in Taupo for more than 30 years. There is none better. We pride ourselves in knowing that we've got a quality sponsor, and it's great to see that Team JP have come through at the moment. I see out here our 48 out here limping around at the moment, just circulating Nick Darcy. needs to circulate, remembering tied on points, doesn't want to lose too many of those other boys, but things not quite perfect for Nick at the moment. So the Richmond man on the Nelson Motorcycle Centre, Trainology, Fitness and Performance, Crown Kiwi, Unforeseen Decals, Ascent Seats, Nelson Brake Services, Site-Wise, MTF Finance, C4 Energy, Target MX supported, KTM 450 rider. So Nick, hold on to it, Cobber, because we want you to come home in a good place. Well done, well deserved. He'd be probably hoping for something better. Oh, Brad, I think it's getting closer.
Oh, it's on here with not only with third and fourth, but look at they've caught up to BG Brad Groomage as well. So BG had a decent buffer a lap ago. Now it's a three-way fight for the podium. Second, third and fourth, and Hamish Howard leaps his way into third, and he's got a sight set on BG Brad Groomage. He could go as high as second. With the white flag out, 1 lap to go for Maximus Purvis. He is gone. He's on his ultimate parade lap right now, but this one here is going to come down with a big final lap showdown. BG Brad Groomage in big trouble. Hamish Howard's piling on the pressure, and Michael Kratz is right there in fourth place as well. We're going to have one of those guys miss out on the podium. He can throw a towel over them at the moment, and Brad Groomage, he's definitely looking at 5 NZ. Michael Kratzer at 11 points between them, so I think Michael should be pretty safe in that 4 NZ. But oh man, what a show we've put on here. It's electrifying at the back end of our MX1 campaign. Maximus Purvis has really turned it on here this weekend, and to have the win here this morning, he took the championship with that win. If he can win here today, it'll be the overall and the icing on the cake. So a fabulous show, but this is the show we're going to look out for now. Second is up for grabs in this race. Hamish Howard goes up the inside of Brad Groomage. Can he get the job done there side by side? Up the step up. Can Hamish sneak across and take the line away? He has done so. It is the update now, the change for second place, and Hamish Howard, what a ride. He was dead and buried after the whole shot corner. He was on the ground, and he's charged back from outside the top 18 on lap number 1, and now staring down the barrel of 22 championship points, just not only to solidify second in this championship, but just how good and brilliant he has been in this 2023 summer. So fabulous performance, Hamish Howard. He's in line for second there to solidify his 2 NZ credentials, to go with his MX125 championship, and that CML KTM team, with all the ups and downs they've had, this will feel pretty good to be right there. Brad Groomage, this is going to be another trip to the podium. That's going to be 5 in a row, as he has just been absolutely brilliant in this latter half of the championship, and Michael Kratzer certainly saving his best performances to the back end of the championship as well. So that's the update. Maximus Purvis, mere corners away from the checkered flag. He is not far away. The number 1's on the front of that L-Thin Window Systems JCR Yamaha. The checkered flag is ready and waiting for this young man, crowned champion with a race to spare. He's come out here and put on a real clinic and just shown this dominance of MX1 paddock here. He's going to go and do some races in Aussie. We wish him all the best for that, but right now we celebrate this young man in style as Maximus Purvis takes the 25 points, the overall for the day, and locks away that MX1 overall championship on that L-Thin Window Systems JCR Yamaha. That's going to feel pretty good for him. And then we go back to the number 1 on the bike. He's going to be number 2 in the championship, number 2 in the race, and fabulous performance. That is Hamish Howard at his very best. What a performance there. BG Brad Groomage, he's going to hang on for 3rd, and I believe that'll be good enough for 2nd overall for round number 4. And then Michael Kratzer with his 4th, and that should be him in line for some glory overall on the podium as well. So there we go. We're going to cross down to Neil very shortly. Our top 4's come through. They are in the books. Here is Coops, 100 Coops, 5th place there. That will lock away 3 NZ for the 10-time Open Motocross champion. And he's now a certain legend of New Zealand motocross with all 3 titles, a 125cc title, an MX2 title, and an MX1 title. He's got 9 of those in his shelf at home. And there we go with Coops. 3 NZ for that one there. He comes home in 5th place. Hayden Smith's going to get home for 6th place on that CML Gas 2-stroke. What a brilliant performance and a good campaign he's had. He's going to be 6th overall in MX1 racing on that 300 2-stroke. So that is a fabulous showing to go with his 2 NZ plate in MX2 racing. There we go with Madison Latta. He's going to come home on the Kawasaki New Zealand supported race team. He is in 7th place. Well done to Matty Latta. That is a fabulous performance. 8th for Tyler Steiner. He's there with Toby Winiata locking away 9th in that race. Jared Guthrie's going to come home in 10th. And that'll get him about 12th place overall in MX1 racing. Hayden Wilkinson going to come home at 11th, Ethan Waters in 12th. And then go to Max, Caleb and Jaden. That's your top 15. Let's cross down to Neil, who will wrap up MX1 and wrap up the championship. It's been absolutely fantastic. Thank you one and all for joining us. And we'll let Neil take it away from here.
Yes, and thank you, Brad. Thank you very, very much. Awesome. As the crowd come in off the hill, folks, if you want to come around here. Don't head to the car park. Hey, it's not even 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We've got to finish 2-hour day. So do come around and witness these champions and the glory that'll be around here, the smiles that'll be around here, the teams that'll be around here. You've got the posters, you've got the fans, you've got everybody coming together for this climatic feature final. So let's get them up here for our podium. First of all for the race and then the overall for the day. For the race in third place, let's hear it, Brad Groombridge. BG scored 13 points in the first race, 13 points from that first race at Balclutha, and yet he's now done 5 podiums in a row, Brad. Exceptional. What was it like for this journey for the last 6 weeks?
Oh, it's been hard work, but obviously it pays off, as you can tell. Obviously, Coops is a bit worn out, so normally he'd be standing up in this place. But no, it's good fun, and yeah, feeling real good. So continue that on, hopefully.
Well done, Brad. Top placing and proud to be Taupo. If we go to our second, let's hear it in that motor. What a fight back, Hamish Harwood. Hamish takes the 2NZers. Well, mate, you're looking one spent man, hey?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely pretty ruined after that. I don't think there's much on my body that's in good condition, but yeah, it was just a tough race. I just got tangled up in the start. The start itself wasn't too bad. Got tangled, went down, and then on that first lap I was coming through, and then another rider sort of got loose and went to go off track. So I locked up and stalled the bike and went off the track and had another big crash. And I was just like, what the hell? I just got to put the hammer down. And then I was quite surprised at how quickly I come up on the guys. So I thought, I'll just keep going, otherwise I'll probably, when you start cruising, you switch off, and then that's when you can have another mistake. So, yeah, all in all, massive thanks to the team, my mechanic Carl, my whole family and support crew, my wife Katie, and just everyone that helps out. It's I've got so many people behind me, backing me, and I can't thank them enough.
Yeah, well done. It's a quality speech. Let's have him up here, folks. As well as being second for that race, he is remembering number 2 NZ. But I tell you what, taking it away for the moto, let's hear it for the new number 1. Shout out Maximus Purvis. Oh, listen to the fans here locally. Absolutely massive, Maximus. What inspired you to go out? Didn't you feel sorry for them? Didn't you want to slow down and let them think that they could pass you?
Oh, I've been training hard all year and definitely had some good racing the whole time, and it's been definitely good fun racing with the boys and racing Harwood and Coops and that, and yeah, no, it's been awesome.
Right, indeed. The track at the end of the day, is that a beast out there?
Oh yeah, it's definitely pretty rough at the moment, but still find some good lines here and there, but it's all good.
It is all good. Hey, mate, you're positive about the year, an opportunity to go and race in Australia. What does that make you feel like?
Oh, it definitely feels good, go have another go at those fellas over there, and yeah, but can't thank Eltham JCR enough and everyone that backs the team and Tommy and all the boys, yeah.
Well done. Let's have you up there. Got a great result. That's our race just as we've had it, folks, and an awesome moto for Brad, for Hamish, and for Alex. And we'll go to the overall for the day as well. In third place for the overall, let's hear it, Michael Kratzer. And in second place, Brad Groombridge. Doesn't have to go too far. And in first place, it is Maximus Purvis. Well done to you, Michael. Hey, you've had your best results here at the end of this whole championship. Has it been your fitness, your preparation? What do you put that down to?
Yeah, the fitness was better too. But now I don't know what happened. So we did a few things on change on the bike, and yeah, now it works much better. So I feel like home, and yeah, I enjoyed the racing today. I like the track here in Taupo, but it's rough, really rough. Yeah, and yeah, this experience was amazing, and yeah, I'm happy to come over here for such a beautiful place.
Nice to see. Hey, tell us a little bit about what's for the rest of the year. You're going to go back. The weather's going to start to be nicer. You're going to steal 2 summers in a row. That's got to be nice for you, unless you're a skier, of course. But hey, are you in line to the Austrian Championships, or what are some of the other countries you race in?
No, I will ride just the Austrian Championship and also the Czech Republic, but I cannot race the whole season because few races are on the same date, so that's a little bit sad. But yeah, that's how it is, and I'm looking forward. Maybe I will do some ADAC races in Germany, and maybe some MXGP start in the near, maybe Germany or Czech Republic. So, but we will see how it goes at home now after the good preseason, and yeah, hopefully it goes well. And
how can we join your fan club? How can you get everybody in New Zealand to follow Michael Kratzer? How do we get in behind you?
Yeah, hopefully my name is difficult to speak. Normally in German it's Michael Kratzer. International is Michael Kratzer, yeah, that's right. And yeah, thanks a lot all of the fans here in New Zealand and for this warm welcome. So I'm happy for this, yeah.
Well done. What a great speech, ladies and gentlemen. What an awesome gentleman. That is so nice. Get in behind that man. That is pretty darn special indeed. So pretty cool to get up there. And of course, for our number one for the weekend, let's hear it again, Maximus Purvis. Cool stuff. And Maximus, all in a day's riding. Hey, you've got an opportunity to go to Oz, but for you, mate, it's back out. When are you going to shoot your next deer? Tell us all.
Hopefully this week before I go to Aussie.
There you go. There he goes, mate. He loves it. He's an outdoors man to the two. He's a great operator. He's a great machine person. Ask Ben Townley how he's built his tracks. And, of course, he's done some great work in our sport, as we know, and he still loves the outdoors. There it is, folks, for the day. Fabulous. We have Michael Kratzer from Austria. We have our own Taupo. Come on, where's the fan club for Brad Groombridge? And the man who calls himself Taupo. What an awesome result up here with Maximus Purvis. They're your creme de la creme. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a massive wrap from an awesome weekend. Taupo privileged again to hold the final round. They deserve it. They're incredible. They've been joined by a few more clubs. It's going to be a massive year for motocross. Reminder, of course, we're back here over a great campaign, including rounds on the last Sunday of April, May, June. Then we come to Matariki weekend in July around the 14th, where we'll have the battle of the clubs, and they'll also incorporate the Taupo round. We're back for the last weekend of August, and again September, the final of that 6-round series, and of course Labour weekend. That'll come around super quick in October for the fabulous Hoka Honda MX Fest. So well done to Taupo. To our sponsors, and I want to make a serious wrap, in particular, of course, for the series, including Aon Insurance, Fox Apparel, and Pirelli Tyres. Power is nothing without control. A massive thanks must go to Penny Homes, a naming rights sponsor extraordinaire for this fabulous event right here in Taupo this weekend. To Kia Trailers, to Honda, to Suzuki, Yamaha, and Hoka Honda, we celebrate you, along with our other sponsors, to name them, including up there, Sign On. Thank you, of course, to Bevan and Suzanne for your awesome support. We really appreciate it. To Nicole at MX Timing, what an amazing lady, doing our race secretaryship for both the New Zealand Superbike Road Race Championships and now the New Zealand Motocross Championships. And we'd like to say shout out as well to Timing Tech, of course, who did that first round for us in Balclutha 6 weeks ago. Thanks indeed, and extended on our program due to Darryl August Motorcycles and Pro Moto, along with Taupo Power Sports, all other quality bike shops here in the Taupo region, along with those long-standing support, Townley Builders, we love your team, along with Taupo Smash Repairs, More FM, Engraver, Motor Oils, Derby, the home of Maxis Tyres, Hames Builders, Total Energies, Bike Talk, Unforeseen, Rapids Jet, Groombridge Refrigeration. Thank you out there with Yamalube, GGL Developments, along with New Line Homes, Guntrip Logistics, Utterly Organic Limited, Taupo Diesel Solutions, Alpine Star, thank you, Bell Helmets, thank you, and to the Taupo Motorcycle Club workers and members. To our volunteers behind the scenes, thank you to the Orange Army, to our flag marshals, and awesome thanks to Ctas. The quality coverage you're seeing is brought to us by two hard-working guys here that put on amazing effort. Thanks to Rod, and thank you to Grant up there as well. To our whole team behind the scenes, well done. To MNZ, thank you for your support. What a championship it's been. We can only grow our sport from this. To our new champions that we've got this year, of course, remembering Maximus Purvis, first-time MX1 champion. Cody Cooper might have been around for 39 years, first-time MX2 champion. And, of course, we go to our 125 up there, where we see Hamish reclaiming that he won a few years ago. So fabulous. To our new women's champion, to Roma as well. As they say, folks, it's an old cliche, sport's the winner on the day, and we've had some fabulous days of great motocross. To our three clubs in particular, to South Otago, to Rotorua, and here to Taupo, for making some magnificent events for motocross. It's a real flat spot that we now say farewell from the motocross family to all of you out there following our brilliant sport. We thank you for your support, all of you people paying and supporting our our sport means that this can only grow and we can get bigger. I'm excited about what 2024 has for it because we'll only get bigger, brighter and better. Remember for your vote, to vote for Mac for President of Motorcycling New Zealand will get us all on track. Thank you to the hierarchy today. Thank you to our man over here as well, and Mike, the General Manager. But I want to do a special and a last one to Lindsay, our Commissioner. He's brand new in the job, folks. Hasn't even been there 12 months yet, and he's done it absolutely. Even Steve, the steward, he congratulates him as well. I salute you, sir. I'm congratulating you. I thank you immensely from a person who loves the sport. You've held us, mate. You've taken us and you've driven us. I really do appreciate it. So here. Let's hear it for all those people behind the scenes. We all love you, folks. We're passionate about it. Turbo Sound wouldn't be around if we didn't like it, because there's plenty of other things to do, like going to shoot. I'd want to go and do a shooting lesson with Maximus Purvis maybe. But God bless everybody. Have a safe trip home. Have an awesome party tonight to celebrate our sport. We say good afternoon and thank you very much.